Welcome to the re-arrival of another episode of R&R. It's Jamison Ballard. I'm the host. Happy Monday. Yeah, we back in here, man. Like I never left. You understand me? And we made a couple of upgrades. Nothing crazy. You'll have to forgive me though. I'm a tad bit late and I'm a little rusty. Haven't done the show in a minute, but I'm guaranteeing this is gonna be a good one. Because I've been gone for a minute. I missed out on a few things that popped off throughout the last month or so, I guess. But we'll do somewhat of a recap to get y'all, to understand that I haven't been lacking on the amount of information I've been, uh, you know, contacted with. It's just whenever you got a different level of priority, I got to make sure that my priorities are in alignment with what's going on right now. And not that you guys aren't a priority. Shout out to the Rand Gang. Shout out to the Capital Letter Club. But as they say, you can't. You got to take care of home first, is what they say, and then the rest of it will take care of itself. So I've been taking care of home. Been trying to make sure that everything here is running smooth first before I can venture out and come outside and kick it with y'all. But now that things are kind of in alignment with what I want to have happen here, let's get into what's going on as far as the show is concerned. Now, the title of the show is What is Done in the Dark. And to finish that quote will come to the light. I don't know, you might have heard that before, maybe not, you know what I mean? But I mean, it's been a lot of stuff transpiring that has brought some things to our attention that might not have been something we wanted to even know as far as some of this stuff, like because mm, Drake and Kendrick Lamar had they Bouillon Cube beef, which was not really a real beef, but they had some things that needed to be ironed out, and that transpired. I kind of missed out on capitalizing on some of the views I could have got, talking about that. But we'll express some of what I feel about that in the coming minutes. On a more immediate front, we've got a few things that happened most recently, as far as like, let's just start with the commencement speech or the commencement speeches. Now, it's been a lot of stuff going on these college campuses that's been transpiring as far as like protests. And as you know, because I am a foundational Black American, I'm I decided to mind my own business. Shout out to Tariq because he kind of advised that, and I don't disagree with that. I mean, we got a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed at home before we could be trying to figure out what's going on abroad, which is kind of what I just said when I first jumped on, right? I mean, and that's just gonna always hold true, you know. You want to go outside and play, you want to kick it with your friends, but you ain't did the dishes, you ain't took the trash out. You gonna ask your mom, can you go outside and play? She gonna tell you, did you do this or did you do that? And I don't really got time for that. And we don't have time for that as a country. As foundational Black Americans, we need to mind our own business. I seen the issue with the little young lady. I say little, but she wasn't little at all. Out there trying to protest with the Anglos, and she, was getting ridiculed. They was calling her Lizzo and all that kind of shit. And she shouldn't have been out there in the first motherfucking place. Just to be honest with you, I mean, I'm pretty sure she probably was out there trying to cape because she, got interest in other cultures as far as like, male suitors. And who can blame her? I'm pretty sure those of us who, like the smaller version weren't really checking for her like that. And so she, decided to see what was going on out that way. But that was kind of a bad move on her part, and it proved so in a public forum where it was like shown on television that she was getting clowned. It was just kind of bad. But there are some things that really are going on out there that need to be addressed. It's just not necessarily us that need to be addressing it because we got things going on that neither Palestine nor the Jews are backing us on that here in America. And I ain't mad. I ain't mad. We just, like Tariq said, we gotta hold our own nuts. So we gonna hold ours, and y'all just make sure y'all hold y'all's. I'm not trying to sound anti-Semitic or any of that. I'm just saying, you know, you just gotta mind our own business at this point, right? Which is what we trying to do. And there was some commencement speeches that transpired. One of them, I think, was Jerry Seinfeld and the Palestinian individuals at that one. They just kind of protested, turned their back, and walked off on him. But then we had old Joe Biden, who was the leader of the Democratic Party out here, giving his commencement speech at none other than Morehouse, because he is on the hunt for the black male vote. And one of the young men out there was talking about, protesting, for Palestine or Gaza, et cetera, et cetera. Which again, I mean, it's all well and good, but to me, I would have liked to see Brett talk about reparations, because that's on the immediate front. And I mean, they giving out this bread to all these individuals outside of the country, and we hurting out here, starving out here. You know what I mean? They got, I don't even want to say immigrants, because they're not immigrants. We'll just say uh, they're not asylum seekers either. They illegal aliens. They because they basically out here taking over black neighborhoods, because you know old Joe is trying to replace us as the vote, the Democratic voting bloc, and we not really feeling that, because like I said, we need reparations, big bro. We need that, and you playing games. The Democrats and Republicans are playing games with that, and they're trying to go around us, and it's not really cool. You know what I mean? He out here legalizing marijuana, declassifying marijuana as a class 3, and giving speeches, but he ain't giving out no bread, and that's kind of a slap in the face. Not even kind of. That's definitely a slap in the face, and we not really feeling that. So I'm inclined to agree with Brother Tariq again, and he got like a reparations rally happening out there on June 15th. So if you go on his website and contribute to that, because I'll be contributing to that in the way that I can, because I'm probably not gonna be able to make that. But also on the table is I think he's doing some for let me see, um like a bill to put goodness gracious, a crime bill. That's the word I'm looking for. A crime bill to criminalize the harm of black individuals, or foundational black American individuals in the country. And I'm all for that too. Now, to be real, they really, really, really probably not trying to do that. I mean, because it just looks like they get off on doing harm to us, or to have somebody to, oh, 1 second. Had to put the do not disturb on, because people can't wait to try to call me, and I'm doing this off my phone. So please excuse. Hopefully I didn't interrupt too much, right? But yeah, we ain't trying to have that. I mean, we dealing with that, and then we got the Constitution under attack at the same time, at home and abroad, because that's just ridiculous. But freedom of speech is becoming more and more taboo. Okay, now we got the crime bill that we trying to get done, but they already got several crime bills for different cultures, whether it be Asian, the gay, or the Jews, and or let's say the new Khazarians. Let's say that, because I don't want to come on the fire on YouTube for talking bad like I'm being anti-Semitic. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying, you get in an argument with an Asian, and you finna do some fair time. Look like, I don't necessarily think that's cool, but I mean, I get it. At the same time, why can't we have something for us that's exclusively for us? Because this time out for us getting harmed and shot and hurt, killed and stabbed. You know what I mean? What'll be funny though is, I mean, what that mean, and that's not to be too funny, but I'm saying like if we get in an argument with each other, I mean if we if we're domestics against each other, I mean does that also count? Because that'll be kind of crazy. Because you know, some of you out there on that Diddy Bop about there, you know, be out there getting locked up, man. You know what I mean? So you know, and that's all I got right now for is that right? Because that's that segment. Is that right? I didn't really announce that, but that was supposed to be announced at the beginning. You know what I mean? Thank you, thank you. Now on to the next segment, worldview. Now, in worldview, we'll talk about what's going on out there in the world, and it's a lot going on, but it's not really too much. You know what I'm saying? For one, like I said, we got the Constitution under attack abroad. Now, first up is Canada. Yeah, if you live in Canada, I'll probably be trying to get up out of there because they finna do some things in Canada. I think they got a new crime bill or a new bill called C367 that removes the religious exemption to defend what would now be considered a hate speech. So if you're a minister out there preaching on the corner and you talking about being homosexual was bad, that's pretty much considered hate speech, and you can be locked up for it. I think I'm hearing somewhere towards the lines of like life in prison. When they able to go backwards, like years back, to re-examine some of the things you were saying online, and if they feel like what you're saying is deemed as hate speech, they're coming to your crib and arresting you, bro. What? Yeah, I'll be up out of there. So I mean, I'm gone, bro. I can't do it. I gotta be able to say what I gotta say, man, without being punished for it. That's why I love being American. I mean, foundational Black American, and not half either. Both sides. You know, we can look at it. What is it? The 1870 census. Check it out. It's in there. I'm finna get an ancestry and all that just to make sure it's verifiable. So when we do get the checks cut, because we do want that in cash payments, not land allotments, not all that first. Now I'm trying to get that because you know what I'm saying, they owe us. They owe us. They done robbed us, stole from us, took from us. You know what I mean, hurt us and did all kind of shit. I heard I heard Black Ron at Chocolate Sundays the other day talking about chicken wings is struggle food, and I was like, damn, that really is. It's like you know that all the moist juicy parts of the chicken go to the slave masters and all that, and we get the chicken arms. It's not even that much meat on there, bro. We made that a delicacy though. You can't even find no chicken wings, bro. They having problems trying to get wings. They had wing stuff for a minute was selling thighs. You don't know thighs? Like nah. These ladies out here want the wings, and they want the part that I don't necessarily care for as much. They want the not the wingate, not the drums, but the flats. They want the flats. It's like you a bad bitch. You want flats. You want all flats. Anyway. So yeah, man, it's Canada is out there on some bullshit, and if you out there trying to go to what is it, um, Turks and Caicos, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. If you got any gun paraphernalia in your bag, it's over with because it's like 5 people now and got hit with having bullets in they carry-ons, and they finna do damn near 12 calendars minimum. Yeah, ain't that crazy? Cause it's like, how you the 5th person and you ain't up on game? You ain't seen none of this shit on the news. You ain't seen people out there getting locked up. All these white people that got locked up. Now it's a black lady, her black ass, and got caught up out there. Now she about to have to do 12 years. No, she got kids and shit. What the fuck was you doing, lady? Why you got 2 bullet shells in your bags anyways? Huh? How the fuck? The real question is, how the fuck they get out of America onto a plane out here? Like they wasn't checking the bags good. What the fuck is going on with TSA? Is the carry-ons not checked? And they like, oh well, shit. I mean, I seen a couple, but I heard a magnet go out or whatever. She went off on the metal, or I seen a couple, but it's just some bullets and ain't no gun, so it's cool. She cool. That's not how they feel out there in Turks and Caicos, but they not feeling that shit. 12 calendars, bro. You know how much shit can happen in 12 years, nigga? Nigga, you can get a doctorate degree and and have a 4-year-old. Then by the time you get through doing that 12 calendars, bro, nigga, if you file for bankruptcy, your credit will be clear again, and your felonies will be exonerated. I mean, like, that's a lot of time, nigga. That's a decade, some change. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had a baby, that was a baby. By the time you get there, that nigga's a grown man down there when you get back. He 12 years old, bro. His sins is on him now. You, that nigga got a mustache and some chin hair under his arm and shit. Voice then got deep. He looking at you like, who the fuck is this? Nigga, that's your mama. This lady that gave birth to you. Now you calling his grandma, mom, and you Nadine. So if you going that way, you might want to think about that shit, man. Check into that shit. Figure that part out. Don't go. What the fuck is you doing with just some bullets, anyways? And where was you? Where was you at where you had bullets in your carry-on and you forgot about them? Most guns got a clip unless you with a revolver. Who the fuck you think you is? Dirty Harry or something? Why do you got 2 bullets in your carry-on bag? Was you finna throw the motherfuckers at somebody? And why is they so strict? What the fuck is niggas doing with just bullets out there where niggas getting 12 years for some bullets? Anyway, hey, think twice before you go to Turks and Caicos. Cause I don't get it, man. I don't know where the fuck Diddy is right now. I don't think he out there, cause that nigga out there in Bali or somewhere with a motherfucking Richard. I mean Russell hiding out. Cause did y'all niggas see the tape? I know you seen the tape. This nigga is tripping. Not only is he raping niggas and bitches, he now, some of you niggas can't talk. Some of you niggas is domestic abuse experts. You out here beating up bitches left and right. So that shit that they seen on that video with them, they probably ain't even bothered by that shit. Me, it was hard to watch. First of all, why is you running full speed down the motherfucking aisle with your towel on, nigga? You didn't got out the shower and noticed that she wasn't there when she was talking shit or something, and you got out naked, and then you... Lady, how the fuck is you still with this nigga after he done punched you in your motherfucking eye? And I mean, I understand like you don't want to be a broke bitch with a broke nigga, and it's like only down from there. You can't go nowhere but down from there. But it's got to be some accountability. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Anyway, I ain't want to get into that yet. First, celebrity spotlight. We got to go to Darius McCrary. What the fuck is you doing? Now, Darius McCrary is the nigga that we all know as Eddie Winslow. Now, Eddie, motherfucking ass, has started OnlyFans with none other than a Decepticon, and her name is its name is Sydney Starr. That's what he about to get into. He about to hit that. And I don't know what it is about this shit. These niggas is fucking with these titties and man, but I mean, what is it? It's a set of balls back there, man. Now, this lady is probably an actual transgender now. And that still ain't no excuse, nigga, because, nigga, I heard her talk. She sound like a nigga around the throat. Yeah. So this nigga, hey, he done said they was touching on him and shit in Hollywood, allegedly. So, maybe that's he all right with it now. You know what I'm saying? That's how he make his money. He figured, hey, well, shit. I mean, they didn't already see me hunching on this motherfucker. Let me just go ahead and see how many motherfuckers want it. It's because it's a lot of gay people that's curious, and I'm famous, so maybe I can make that crack. Where is the integrity, bruh? Whatever, man. But yeah, so bruh, on there with a Decepticon named Sydney Star, which I mean, if it didn't talk, it'd probably be lightweight passable. But that voice is kind of still husky. Like he was definitely born a man. And I seen a separate interview where Sydney was asked, because I don't want to sound disrespectful, I'm gonna address the individual by their name. Sydney Starr was asked a question, and the interviewer was like, "What percentage of men do you think would go for it with a trans woman if no one would find out?" And she said an astounding 80%. Yeah, 80%, bro. Come on, man. Let me see. Let's do some math. 8 out of 10 of you niggas, she's saying, would do that shit. And it's got to be you new niggas, because I'm an 80s baby. I'm not fucking with it. I can't do it. I'm from the era where, I mean, it was before the ass was cracking, and you had to have some titties to even be considered a woman. But I'm just, it take more than just some titties, okay? You definitely have to have a vagina up under there, and I do. Yes, I said vagina. You have to have a vagina up under this skirt, not in a set of balls, okay? But I mean, she was like, yeah, 80% would do it, but the person would have to be passable. Now, what is passable? I'll tell you what passable is. I don't know if y'all was able to see this. It was like a viral mugshot of some nigga named Jaquarius Johnson. And I mean, hey, some of you niggas, it don't even gotta be that close. You know what I'm saying? Cause the nigga don't really look. I mean, he got a long chin, but you know, it was a nigga. It was for sure a nigga. And I mean, I done seen niggas that don't look like anywhere close to that get chose up on in jail. Whether it was Atlanta jail, I seen a nigga get chose up on hard in jail. I mean, it was nigga wasn't even in there 30 minutes good. He was all, yeah, man, I'm a real nigga, etc., etc. We playing dominoes and spades and shit. And soon as the nigga that came in from the chow hall that was working, the nigga was like, I guess he had took after his mom man away, if you understand what I'm saying. And this nigga was like smitten with that, bro. It was over with. He ain't playing no more basketball, niggas. He was holding hands with that nigga from that time on. And that was crazy. It was another time I was in Santa Rita. Now, I don't want you to judge me. I done been in jail a few times. I'm not perfect, okay? Fuck you if you thinking, oh, damn, that nigga done been in jail from coast to coast. So fuck what? Okay? And it was in Max on both sides. Anyway, by the way, Atlanta jail, Atlanta and California jail are some of the most tolerable jail cells. I mean, it's just if you in Max. Now in Santa Rita, I was in Yellow, and we had cells. Like if you in minimum security and blues, or you in the gym with 700 other niggas. That shit, I can't do it. Anyway, Santa Rita. As I was saying, they got a color system. So yellows is max, blue is medium minimum security, and then they got red. Now there's a nigga in red with titties. Red is PC. That's protective custody for you slow niggas. Red is PC, and it was a nigga with titties in red, and these niggas act like they didn't even know that this was a nigga. Like, bro, we in the man's jail. This is the dude's jail. What is you niggas breathing all on the glass for? You see something with titties. It's a nigga, sir. That's a man. He probably been taking, I don't know, some hormone pills because he had some little bead cups on him. But it was a nigga nonetheless. And they was, what? Tripping. Like, I had to remind the nigga, like, bro, that's the nigga that you looking at. Oh. So, yeah, Jaquarius is probably finna get hit on. And if he is straight, he probably finna get his shit snatched up because there's some old school niggas in there that ain't even in prison. This jail, they still trying to get some. They want to take it from him, probably. And, you know, if it's anything like Memphis now, I done heard now in the 90s, I was listening to Judge Joe Brown. He talking about how it's bad. Niggas go to jail about around what old Sydney was talking about. Like the amount of niggas that go in straight and come out after they didn't been touched on or touched niggas, they different now. It was a group of niggas out there that was hunting down niggas because they missed hitting booty cheeks in the jail cell. And they grabbed some nigga and took him to an abandoned house and ran a train on him. Now that nigga got AIDS or something, and it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous, man. Anyway, back to the celebrities. Now, Drake asked poor Drake. I say poor Drake. I ain't never fucked with Drake. There's a few niggas I ain't never fucked with. And Drake is one of them. I ain't never fucked with Meek either. I'm not no hater, but I ain't never liked that nigga Rick Ross because he stole a real nigga's identity, and the nigga's still alive. Now, he didn't go the Italian nigga route. Like, a lot of you niggas try to name yourself after Italians and shit, like Coleone and all that shit. Like, they don't even fuck with us like that, bro. They really don't. Not for real. Now, I got an Italian partner with blonde hair, which is funny to me because I ain't never seen a blonde hair Italian before this nigga, except for maybe, I don't know, Tommy from fucking Power. Anyway, my man's got blonde hair. He Italian. Me and him cool like a motherfucker. We fuck with each other. Shout out to you, Chris, bro. If you're watching the show, holla at me, man. But it was a I ain't never fucked with Rick Ross. I ain't never fucked with Rick Ross, which means I didn't never fuck with his, you know, his crew, his niggas on his label. I don't fuck with the leadership. I don't fuck with you, nigga. That's just how I am. But, you know, Drake is another nigga who I never really fucked with because it's like Kendrick was saying, bro, you slide out here and you get up with some of the niggas from areas in the country that you feel like is lit, and you try to make it to where you kind of got an ambassador that's gonna side with you and be okay with you vulturing the culture from that region. And the only reason niggas was really lit right then, for a lot of, you know what I'm saying, it's like they, you know, you get with niggas from LA, you get with niggas from the Bay or whatever, you know what I'm saying. You was riding Mac Dre's dick for a minute and fucking with Melly Mel and shit and Vegas, and then, you know what I'm saying, you going to fuck with the trail niggas, Bun B and them, and then you go out there and fuck with these niggas in Atlanta. So you got an album with Future and you got an album with 21 Savage and shit, and it's just like you stole from all the niggas that you do got under you. And this nigga be fucking everybody bitches. I didn't know this nigga was fucking everybody bitches. He's just a deplorable individual. Apparently, the nigga was fucking on Wayne bitch when he got locked up, which, you know, then he got the nigga name, face tatted on him after he got out. Like, bruh, why are you just fucking everybody bitches that you don't even know these niggas? You know the niggas, or you don't even gotta know the niggas. That sound like something that he's trying to, like, you know, when a nigga got a fast car or something, or a big truck or something, you know what I mean? Like, you trying to overcompensate for something. You got a fucking problem, nigga. And I just don't fuck with niggas like that, bro. Sometimes, you know, you can't put your finger on it. But it's just like, you know, real recognize real, bro. And nigga, you are unfamiliar as fuck. Now the nigga trying to put in Brett's and shit in his head like Sauce Walker them, and I fuck with Sauce Walker them. That nigga's a real nigga. When that nigga Cameron started wearing pink, that nigga could do that shit, bro. That nigga was a real nigga. Stand up dude. This nigga Sauce Walker got other niggas wearing barrettes and shit and bobos in his motherfucking hair. But that nigga can do that shit. He did that shit. They did that shit. The niggas is millionaires. They got it from out the mud, literally. And this nigga is out there in Toronto putting barrettes in his hair. Nigga, stop that shit. Anyway, it's about time somebody got on that nigga's motherfucking ass, bro. And I guess it took Kendrick to really take it to the next level because Metro Boomin then was hitting around and shit and talking shit on the album, which I didn't know that whole album was dedicated to fuck Drake, but that was what it was going on. Even what's the nigga name that was in the big three with Drake, Kendrick, and I forget the other nigga name, man. Anyway, the light skinned nigga with the dreads, his name will probably come to me in a minute. He is on the We Don't Trust You album too. After he did the song with Drake, that shit was crazy. Anyway, because I ain't get to talk about none of that shit, so I mean, excuse my long-windedness as far as that's concerned. But yeah, it was kind of nice to see Kendrick get on this nigga ass, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? I was partial. Now it was some shit where Drake did get at the nigga, and that shit was kind of fucked up and lightweight funny. But you know, at the end of the day, Kendrick got the nigga and he hit him with some shit that he can't really shake right now. He's still fucking around, running around and shit. He sold his house out in California, and I think he got a spot out in France now, trying to get it back. Thinking his Universal them like, hey Kendrick, can you please stop the beef with this nigga? I don't even think it is no more beef, but at the same time, you know, this nigga Drake down there then staged the shooting at his house to get some sympathy. What the fuck kind of nigga is that, man? Now you kicking it with pedophiles and shit, and the little red circles on Drake's house. That's all like shit that you'll see a pedophile have to have, like, you know what I mean, to identify a pedophile. So it's like, I mean, this nigga fucking with, and it's like all this shit with Drake fucking with underage bitches at some point is weird. It was crazy because I never really paid attention to that shit. Now it's out there. And, you know, the sponsorships is suffering. I think he lost a $400,000 contract with Nike, and the nigga shoes is, like, not doing shit. The motherfuckers is orange as fuck, though. So if you a nigga that's from Hoover, you probably want to fuck with them shoes, but niggas not fucking with the shoes at all. They're doing shit. And he is going up. His single is crazy right now. They Not Like Us is just doing numbers. Not Like Us is doing numbers, bro. Even more than the song that he had with Future and Metro Boomin. Nigga, that shit was kind of smacking. I mean, you know, bro, #1 on that shit. I mean, so it's like, what goes on in the dark will come to the light. And now everybody's got a light shine on Drake ass. And now we're gonna talk about Andrew Tate for a second because I mean, what the fuck is going on? And why is nobody talking about Andrew Tate's situation? Now, I know he out there in fucking Romania or some shit, but nigga is like a human sex trafficker, allegedly. And that shit is just highly frowned upon now. This nigga is a self-proclaimed influencer, as an ex-kickboxer, and, you know, he's a misogynist and the sexist and all this shit. And, you know, I don't know. Is he still a pussy? He got 7 bitches talking about he damn near raped them or raped them and sexual assault charges and starting the gang, and him and his brother is fucked up. And it's not cool. I don't know if you niggas look up to him, but he going through it right now. He going through it right now. And that's just, you know, what the fuck? But on to Weirdo of the Week. Or Don't Be a Weirdo. This is one of my favorite segments. Don't Be a Weirdo. In today's segment, I mean, we kind of gonna keep the celebrity spot rolling because there's some other shit going on. Now, I ain't gonna lie. First, I had Diddy. As the Weirdo of the Week because you weird. You beat the shit out that bitch, man. You chased her down and damn near hog-tied her. It kicked her in the ass. She already down. She damn near, you know, like prime real estate. So it's like, I don't know what you're gonna do now when you go places. People gonna be looking at you crazy because you beating up cute bitches. Um, maybe because you prefer to have butt cheeks of a man. I don't know. Like I said, I think the nigga hiding out there with Russell. So Russell, lady, I don't know if y'all doing yoga together, man, but you might want to watch it. Watch your ass and your daughters. Watch your ass and your daughter's ass, nigga. Don't drink shit around it. Don't leave no drinks around the nigga. Your ass will be different the next day. And you know the man is beating motherfuckers up. Oh man, did you see the apology? The little half. It wasn't an apology. What the fuck was that? At first I thought, I really thought that 50 had something to do with this nigga's video coming out because that's a nigga with some show. But you know what it really might be? Come here. Let me tell you a secret. Biden. Yeah. Motherfucking this week, there's a diary that she had that she was writing about this nigga touching her and molesting her and trying to take showers with her when she was 9 and shit. And all this shit came out. And then all of a sudden, this shit with Diddy then resurfaced. I mean, now the shit happened damn near a decade ago with Diddy. That shit happened 8 years ago. We did the math earlier. And I guess the statute of limitations on that shit was up after 180 days, so they can't file charges on the nigga for that shit. He did give the bitch 30 mil, settle it, you know what I mean? So I guess after 10 years of getting beat up on and shit and being a sex slave, you made $30 million. Congratulations. And I'm not condoning any of that shit. That shit is not cool. But Biden, I guess the election, it means so much. They trying to get Trump to not get in office so fucking bad that they'll let this old freaky ass white man got all these weird. But again, this shit was in the light, and now you know, cause I told you, you heard it here first or second, and I just that's crazy. My bad. I got an alarm set for my people that take their medicine, and I just like I said, I've been hope you can forgive me for that. But anyway, listen, we're gonna go on to the next segment, and that is who got active. Yeah. Now, this segment of who got active, this is a crazy one. Now, I had something else set up for this, but then this kid came to my feed, and I was like, oh shit, I got that one. That's the one. It's crazier. Marino. He was accused of shooting and killing his Summerlin neighbor after he allegedly exposed his genitals to Marino's children. Yeah, nigga, you gotta go. You gotta go. So I commend him for that. You know what I'm saying? But one part of this is crazy is that the nigga Eddie's 32 and he faced an open murder charge on the death of Joe Marino, who was 47. If you notice that I said the same last name 2 times, it's because I did, and it's spelled exactly the same. Now I know you know some niggas that's probably got your same last name that ain't related to you, and that's what the fuck is going on with this. This nigga neighbor is named Marino too, and they ain't related. But this freaky ass 47-year-old nigga is showing his genitals to the 32-year-old Eddie's kids, and Eddie killed his ass. Now, but Eddie is fucking up throughout the neighborhood apparently, and some of his neighbors is fucking with him. Some of his neighbors are scared of his ass. They scared that if he get off on the murder charge, he gonna come back and terrorize the rest of the neighborhood. Like, yeah, you motherfuckers can't on me. I got this there. I'll kill you if I need to. Blah blah blah. So it's like, I don't know, man. Some of these motherfuckers don't need to be out here with that much, influence or quote unquote power. And apparently they questioned Eddie Marino's ability to, get out and do right. So you got people on both sides of that, and it's crazy because although I agree with the fact that you're not supposed to be showing your dick to my kids, I mean, killing them might be a little overkill. I mean, yeah, definitely severe ass beating, running the motherfucker out the neighborhood, but killing is like, it ain't gonna be no more of that for sure. And that's just kind of, whatever. I mean, you got two sides of that coin. Like I said, one, get the motherfucker out the neighborhood and gone. And now the next one is, you know, what kind of monster have we created now that this motherfucker done got off for murder? Anyway, that's all I got for that. The last thing we got is wake the fuck up. Now I said I wasn't gonna fuck with that no more, but I got another one for y'all. And this was some shit that caught my ear a couple days back, and it was kind of fly. It's a group, I guess they calling themselves No Worries, which is basically Anderson .Paak and a dude named Knowledge, who I've never heard of before. But the sound was like an old school sound that I really was fucking with, bro. It's got a track called From Here. And I don't know. I think the track is about, where do they go from here after they've been around and shit. And it's probably something you dog ass niggas could probably get with. If you probably get to a point where you feel like you want to settle down and shit, you did all you can. You didn't fucked everybody in the hood and everybody in the neighborhood, or in the city that you live in. You just like, okay, where do you go? I guess I could be wrong. I have to listen to the song again, but the song was fly. They had a dude named October London on the song, and then Snoop was in there talking shit. So, it was some shit. So, I mean, if you into that, check that out. I'll leave a link to that on my Facebook. If you know, then you know. All my social medias is the same. It's Jamerson Ballard. This episode was brought to you in part by Kicks, the urban shoe brand that I came up with myself, and the Velvet Tiger. So if you got a chance to get your medicinal card and you looking for a place to get some great marijuana, check out Velvet Tiger. Let them know I sent you, and they'll give you a free pre-roll or some shit like that. And just come back and check me out again. Like I said, man, I'm gonna have to get into the groove again. I don't have a huge amount of time to dedicate to this. Some of you niggas already know better, but some of you might not, and that's what I'm doing this for. So, hopefully you'll have a great week, and I've inspired you to do your best and be your best self, and I'll see y'all again next week, same time. So until then, have a wonderful, wonderful week, and this is Jamerson Ballard signing off.